Hi, my name is Ashante JP. 60 million girls worldwide become pregnant each year between the ages of 15 to 19, and 15% of those pregnancies end in miscarriages, according to teenhelp.com. Being a teen mother is a harsh reality, and gaining my college degree is a thriving goal despite statistics. Having a son who is adamant on being called a prince is one of my sole purpose in completing my degree. Today's presentation will be focusing on teen pregnancy, how it is portrayed and affected by media and technology, what are the harms to both child and parents, and what are ways to solve and prevent teen pregnancy. Becoming a teenager is an exciting phase, and most girls anticipate the changes they incur physically, the ability to stay out late, and dating the person of interest and becoming a parent is not a part of that plan, as unexpected teen pregnancies makes up 85% of unplanned pregnancies, according to momjunction.com. Now, there is a wide range in how teenage pregnancy is portrayed through the media. This includes reality television, animated shows, and even social media. Being exposed to sexual content, sex is frequently portrayed as risk-free. For example, shows like Teen Mom and Unexpected portrays sex and teen pregnancy as a glamorous way to stardom and depicts positive and negative opinions. So the influence on teenagers can be a bit controversial, to say the least. Access to websites and other forums, because of technology, also plays its role. And although it is believed that frequent exposure to sexual content influence teens, multiple researches do prove that teens who are frequently exposed to sexual content are more susceptible to having sex, which often leads to unplanned pregnancies. Therefore, is it safe to say that having a cell phone, having access to internet, watching television, is it doing more harm than good? Well, that depends. Children have access to too much information, but is the result of this always negative? While technology and media may play a role in influencing teens in partaking in sexual activities, it also educates them on ways in which to prevent pregnancy, STD, STI, and the risk of sexual acts. Articles state that shows such as Teen Mom and Unexpected have aided in the decline in the birth rate, as internet activity searches, tweets about sex, abortion, birth control, it increases substantially around the time that a new episode is aired each week. Now, teen pregnancy, it affects families both locally and globally. The top 3 countries that have the highest teen birth rate includes the United States of America, Poland, and Germany. And the countries with the lowest include North Korea, South Korea, and Switzerland. Although America is among the top 3, within the country, teen pregnancy have declined tremendously. And yet it still remains the country with the highest rate within the Western Hemisphere. Although teen pregnancy rate is drastically declining, in some parts of the world it is actually doing the opposite, and it is increasing due to factors like child marriages. An article titled "Motherhood in Childhood: The Challenges of Teenage Pregnancy" raises alarm to the increase in developing countries such as Chad, Nigeria, Bangladesh, due to the factor of child marriages. Another factor that influences teen pregnancy is drugs. Teens who involve and partake in drugs or risky behaviors are more likely to become pregnant or to get someone pregnant. According to research, there's also a lot of risk when having a child through teen pregnancy. Babies born to teenagers are more likely to be born prematurely, which results in complication. And this is likely to occur and go unnoticed because of inadequate prenatal care. Nutritional needs are normally not being met, and engaging in unhealthy habits like alcohol and drugs can result in physical and mental developmental problems for the unborn child. Now, while some of these problems can be fixed with time after the child is born, a lot of these problems remain as long-term complications. Education is another it's another aspect that is affected due to teenage pregnancy, as girls are forced to drop out of school and education is normally delayed for years. Another website that it states parenthood is the leading reason that teen girls drop out of school, and more than 50% of teen mothers never graduate, and also less than 2% of teen moms earn a college degree by the age of 30, and this is by state-informed teenage pregnancy. And though it is believed that fathers involved in these pregnancies are hardly ever affected, teen fathers who choose to be involved are less likely to finish high school than their childless peers. Now, raising a child is a full-time job and it is very costly, and teen parents without support have a difficult time with being there for their child financially due to limited job opportunities because of high school incompletion, and that affects the child and how the child is being provided for and the stability that the child needs. Now, this does not mean that a mom with support does not have these problems, but when the support is provided, the outcome is normally different. Now, there are ways in which to solve and prevent teen pregnancy, and these ways are why the rate is declining. Sex education helps in reducing teen pregnancy. Now, daughters of teen mothers are more likely to become teen mothers themselves. So by not making the topic of sex so taboo in homes, the teen has someone to go to when questions arise. And that way they receive correct information and not invalid information from friends and outside community. Abstinence should also be practiced and encouraged, as it is the number one way in making sure that pregnancy does not happen. While handing out condoms and having a teen on birth control, whether it be the shot or the pill, it may seem controversial and may also seem as if you are encouraging sex. It is also another way in making sure that the child, she is safe in another aspect of her life when she thinks she or he is ready to have sex or want to. Now, the consequences should be laid out if teens partake in sex. Threats do work. In my country, in Jamaica, threats work. Now, a teen should not assume that because parents give multiple contraceptive methods and are open to talking about sex means, God forbid, a pregnancy should happen, the responsibility is no longer theirs. Another way to help in reducing teen pregnancy is educating boys properly on teen pregnancies, as it not only affects boys, but it also affects girls, and they need to know that because they always seem to assume it does not affect them. Adoption is another good way in solving teen pregnancy, whether the adoption be open or closed. It gives a teen ability to further studies, the child a better life that the teen is not able to provide. So in conclusion, media and technology have a negative and positive impact on teens, but with birth rates gradually declining, it shows that teens are learning and understanding consequences and how life-changing this can be. Teen pregnancy is almost always never planned, and it is also not always the girl's fault. And even if it is deemed her fault, the deed is already done, and the focus should now be what the next steps entails. As mentioned, adoption is always a good option. There are a lot of families who would love to adopt a new bundle of joy. And whether the teen chooses adoption or to accept the responsibilities and struggles that come with parenthood, support would be needed for his or her mental health as they embark on their new journey.